back again, and one of the things that I wanted to do was introduce you. If you don't already know, then you should know about this brand. We've got here the Ramadan bar, and so I've got Farid on my right and Mohamed on my left. And before we get into the business on the Ramadan bar, I'd like you to give people a bit of a background about what it is that you do even prior to the bar.
My name is Mohamed Geraldez, hailing from California, but now living in Europe. I'll hold this for him. I'm an entrepreneur in the space of technology, fashion, finance, and now in food with Ramadan Bar. Here at the Halal Expo in Selangor in Malaysia, hoping to bring the Ramadan Bar to Southeast Asia, but especially into Kuala Lumpur, where I hope that we can kick butt.
Okay, so apart from kicking butt, one of the things I'd say is that for a Malaysian audience, they always want to know your private details, right? So people are probably watching thinking, you know, where is this guy really from, right? You said that you're from California. Okay, but so we want to know, where are you from?
Got it. So my mother and father were born in the Philippines, but I was born in California. I'm a convert to Islam. And when I converted to Islam, I got kicked out of my house because my family hated Islam because of media and all the other reasons. And after some years, I went overseas to study Sharia and Arabic, so I'm fluent in Arabic. And I studied Islamic law. And after coming back, my whole family converted to Islam. So that's the best way. And now I currently live in Europe, between Paris and Milan.
Thanks for that. So you know Farid was coming out. I'm going to make you do the same thing.
Yes.
So would you like to introduce yourself and give us a bit of dirt?
Yeah. Okay, so my name is Farid Sanders. I'm also American. I have a very all over the world background. My father is Peter Sanders, photographer. My mother also is American. They converted to Islam in the 70s, in the early 70s. So I was born a Muslim. I was raised in the United States, in Philadelphia, and I currently live in Switzerland.
So for those people that don't know who your father is, the photographer of like about 45 years or something, do you want to give them some background on?
Absolutely. So my father, Peter Sanders, is a photographer. He converted to Islam and has taken what I believe are incredible photographs of the Muslim world. Really showing, you know, the beauty of Islam and the diversity of the worlds of Islam throughout the world. And I definitely recommend checking out his website, www.petersanders.com.
So there aren't many people that could say that they photographed Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, and the Kaaba, right?
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else.
I wish I could have been one of those people, but that time's passed, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so now back to business. I want to talk about the Ramadan bar. Could you tell us then what seems to be an obvious solution to a very tricky problem? I mean, in the UK this year, Ramadan was like nearly 19 hours or something like that, and probably some people are still aching, or should we say, probably still got like half a stone left off their belly from the fasting in the summer. So what's this product all about?
Yeah, so I came up with the idea for Ramadan Bar myself growing up in the West, you know, working hard, going to school. The world didn't slow down, and I needed to be full of energy, and I needed to be able to pass my exams and do well at work without the world slowing down. So the idea for the Ramadan Energy Bar is something that it's a supplement to your sahur. It helps maintain your blood sugar, because actually blood sugar is the most important thing that you associate with energy. Most energy products actually spike your blood sugar levels, so they go up very quickly, but then you crash. And that crashing feeling is what makes you feel weak, tired, and dizzy, and it makes it hard to concentrate. And so the idea of the Ramadan Energy Bar is that we've done clinical tests to prove that it maintains your blood sugar for up to 9 hours, and that will give you that extra energy that you need to last the fast.
Last the fast. Last the fast. Last the fast. I like that one. Last the far
Exactly.
Now, one of the things that I wanted to say as well is that you found another application because you said that your mother's diabetic, right?
Yes. So I was introduced to the founders of Ramadan Bar, me being known by many people for being an entrepreneur in several spaces. I was introduced to them by a mutual friend, and we got on a phone call, and they were saying this is what we're doing with the Ramadan bar, and they were asking for some assistance. I didn't at the time. I saw what they were doing and I actually liked it, but with so many projects on my plate, I didn't know if I wanted to take something on. But it was funny, I was back home in California. My mother got a hold of the box and she looked at me and she says, son, can I take one? And I said, I was curious to her excitement, but she said, because it says here on the box, you know, it maintains blood sugar level. My mother's diabetic, so that didn't really resonate with me, but it resonated with her. So I said, hey, what's mine is yours. So she took one, and then the following day I saw her and she goes, can we order more? I want to order more. And I said, why? She goes, yesterday I took it and my blood sugar was maintained at a good level. I ate chocolate, it tastes good, and I knew it tastes good as well. So at that moment in time, that's when I said, okay, I got to get on the horn and I got to give my guys a call at Ramadan Bar to get involved, and that's how the relationship started. And now I'm with them, teamed up with them, hoping that we can take this to the world, but specifically Southeast Asia, the Khalij, anywhere where there's like a high density of Muslims. I think that this is a product that can do well in Ramadan, but throughout the year, after you see the effects and what it does for you, I think it's a whole year product for the common Muslim or anyone else who just wants something good for their life.
Yeah, I'd like to back you up on that one, because I think, you know, one of the challenges sometimes for you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but for Muslim products is that people kind of, for some reason, it's a blind spot. If you say you're a Muslim or it's a Muslim product, then you have to work extra hard to say, actually, this product is good for anybody. And one of the things I thought about is, I remember there was a chocolate bar when I grew up called Marathon. The Marathon bar. Now, if I said to people, how many marathons have you ever run in your life? I haven't run a marathon. Many people I know have not run marathons, and yet they consume marathon bars. But if you talk to probably non-Muslims or even Muslims, they see Ramadan bar, and they think, oh, it's just for Ramadan. So can I just say, shut it! Get it out of your mind. This is not just for Ramadan, okay? This is for all of the year, and it's for anybody regardless. Especially, I think the application is good for athletes, for dietitians looking to do calorie-controlled diets and energy release products for your sports teams, football, tennis, soccer, rugby, you know, murder ball, whatever it is you want to do, right? I think that this is a really interesting application, and I hope that you guys do really well. I hope that this video hasn't sent you to sleep, but now we're going to go off and do some more things. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.